Now, the trial of one of the youngest people ever accused of murder is underway at the High Court in Napier. 14-year-old Haami Hanara has admitted robbing 40-year-old Flaxmere man Kelly Donor in March, but says he didn't kill him. The Crown is alleging the teenager stabbed him 4 times over an argument about a torch. Our reporter, Anusha Bradley, has been following the trial.
The court heard that Mr Donner was a rough sleeper who lived around Flaxmere village. He was friendly and would offer to help carry loads of shopping or washing to people's cars. But at about 10:30 on Sunday, March the 4th, he was found dying on a patch of grass in a pool of blood, just metres from the shopping centre. The Crown prosecutor, Steve Manning, said 14-year-old Haami Hanara and 4 other teenagers were planning to rob the bottle shop attached to the Flax Bar and Eatery that night. But he says the teen stabbed Mr Donner 4 times following a dispute over a torch.
It seems that the catalyst, the trigger for this incident was something as silly as an argument over a torch. Mr Donner had lent the torch to Mr Hanara. He wanted it back, it wasn't given back, and things took off from there.
The Crown said the 5 youths turned on Mr Donner, even throwing a bicycle at him.
He had a beer bottle smashed over his face, and then all hell broke loose. Immediately, these 5 young people all began to attack him. And they attacked him with beer bottles, pieces of wood, fence palings.
Steve Manning said Mr Donner turned to flee, but at this point CCTV footage shows the defendant with a knife in his hand.
And as the victim, Mr Donner, turns his back, the Crown says to retreat, you will see the defendant come out from behind the wall with the knife, the Crown says, and follow him. That takes him out of the CCTV shot. And what then happens is, for 34 seconds, we don't have CCTV image of what happened.
The Crown said the jury will hear from eyewitnesses what happened during those 34 seconds not recorded on CCTV. Haami Hanara's lawyer, Eric Forster, declined to give an opening speech. The court heard Kelly Donner was discovered by a witness severely injured on a grassy area outside the Flax Bar and Eatery, just a few metres from where he was attacked. The woman, who has name suppression, described finding him in a pool of blood. He was alive, but blood was coming out of his neck. She called an ambulance as Mr Donner tried to speak to her.
I knew what he was saying.
What was he saying?
Those bastards.
Those bastards? Anything else you could hear him say?
No, like later on he told me to help him.
Earlier, another witness, Horiana Williams, told the court she had been at the laundromat in Flaxmere village the night Mr Donner was killed. She had met him there several times before, as it was a place he would charge his phone and store his backpack.
I kind of clicked that he had nowhere else to be or to go. He would just hang around the village. He'd go and collect the trolleys and take them back to the supermarket, and he'd just have chats with people. He was always clean, always nice and tidily dressed. He wore long pants and work boots, and he either had on a camo-like shirt or a fluoro-like shirt, and if it was cold he wore one of those Warriors jackets that the kids get for kids camp. He either wore a hat, and if he didn't, his hair was nicely tied back.
The court also heard from the paramedic who attended to Mr Donner and from 2 police officers who were among the first at the scene. The court is sitting in 40-minute blocks with breaks every hour to accommodate the needs of Haami Hanara, ensuring he does not have to concentrate for too long. The teenager also has an official communicator to help him understand what's happening throughout the trial. The trial's due to last 2 weeks. In Napier for Checkpoint, Anusha Bradley.